Hello, Reader Pops. We're pulling out the Twilight crew neck today because it's the only thing that will match these flare yoga pants that I'm wearing. But let's talk about the books I want to read in June. This month is going to be so interesting for reading because if you watched my Reading 7 Romance Books in 7 Days video, you know that I want to get out. I just want to, I have a craving to read genres other than romance this month because I'm feeling experimental. I'm feeling like, okay, now that I'm looking at my pile, it's really not that different. It's not that crazy, but I want some adventure. I want something different, which is kind of weird because it's supposed to be summertime and usually I would think of like cute little rom-coms, but I have a really interesting pile of books here that I think is gonna be really fun. And I'm just excited to explore different things because I feel like if you don't give them a try, then you don't know. Like I'm just picturing that there's this whole other world that I don't even know that I like, and then once I discover it exists, I'm gonna be obsessed with it. First, we have Mary Jane by Jessica Anya Blau. Look at the cover. This is probably one of my favorite covers ever. This is an updated one. I think they recently changed it to this. People say that if you like Daisy Jones and the Six, you should read this, and look how summery it is. So I think this is more of a general fiction, which is something I don't really read very much, but it's set in the 1970s, which is just an aesthetic that I love. So basically there's this girl, Mary Jane, who is a nanny for the daughter of a local doctor. The doctor is a psychiatrist who has taken in a famous rock star and his movie star wife for the summer so that the rock star can get clean. And she has a front row seat to the world of sex, drugs, rock music, and group therapy. It almost kind of seems like a coming of age. I don't know, it does very much remind me of Daisy Jones and the Six because you've got this like young girl coming of age, but then gets introduced to like the rock star lifestyle and it's kind of crazy. I just could not be more obsessed with this cover, which lately has really been influencing if I read a book or not. So there's that. Okay, next, I don't know where I saw this, but I really wanted to read a road trip book because summer vibes, and someone actually asked me for a road trip recommendation. I was like, that's a really cute idea. I don't have any though. So I saw this. It's called I Thought You Said This Would Work. Road trip vibes. I also love the cover of this. These videos really show that I don't actually read that much about books before I pick them up, which has really burned me in the past. So I really need to start doing it. I do sometimes, then sometimes I just forget. This one says a cross-country road trip, 2 frenemies, and a promise to not drive each other crazy. Let me just read this real quick. Aww. Okay, so it seems like one of their old college roommates gets diagnosed with cancer and they're gonna go on a road trip to go visit her. But these 2 roommates don't really get along and they're gonna discover like why their friendship got broken in the first place. And it seems like a just very fun adventure. Like they pick up a D-list celebrity, there's unexpected romance, there's self-discovery. So it's more of like like a fiction book, but adventure and friendship and all that sort of stuff. So this sounds so fun. I can't wait to read it and see if I like it because it seems very fun and summery. This separation in my hair drives me absolutely nuts, so bonanza. Okay, this is actually the book I'm reading right now. This was on my TBR last month, but it's moving over. The Rest of the Story by Sarah Dessen. If you haven't heard me talk about this already, Sarah Dessen writes young adult romances, but they're more so like coming of age, focusing on family, friendships, stuff like that. And she gets to go to a summer house that her mom grew up in, and she kind of discovers like what her mother's family was like and how there's 2 different economic sides to this town and how her dad and mom grew up differently. Like her dad grew up on the wealthy side and her mom grew up in the working class, and she's just kind of discovering that, and friendships and coming of age, going to parties, stuff like that. So I'm like 158 pages through this and I'm excited to tell you what I think because I've been wanting to read a Sarah Dessen book for a very long time. So cute. So I guess that one is technically romance, but it's not really just romance. Like it's got more subplots, you know? Okay, next, I don't really know if this is romance or not. This is The Newcomer by Mary Kay Andrews. I've just heard a lot about this author for summer books. Look how cute. I'm also obsessed with this, but I heard that this is more so a mystery, I think. I don't even know if there's romance in this. Let me read the back real quick. Oh, okay, yeah, so there's a murder. Ooh, there's a clue left behind. Okay, there is a little bit of romance. So she's trying to uncover the truth of her sister's past because her sister was murdered. So she goes to this motel called The Surf, which that just sounds like, I'm just picturing like the 1970s surf town, beach town vibes. That sounds great. But then also she might be finding a romance with a local police detective. But it says, will he put her behind bars or will they find romance? So it's like mystery. Whoa, what? Oh my gosh. So it's like mystery and romance. This sounds so fun. Oh my gosh, guys, this sounds fun. I'm feeling sassy right now because my stomach hurts and it's been hurting for 4 days straight, so. Oh, next I got because of the cover. No, I'm kidding. I didn't get it just because of the cover. I got it because it's also YA. And YA feeds my soul. It's just my comfort. I love YA so much. This is Float by Kate Marchant. It's published by Wattpad Books, so I think I actually heard this used to be a Wattpad book, which I'm just here for a fun time. If it's cute, then it's cute. Okay, what is this? Ooh, she has to go to Florida to stay with her aunt. We love when they have to go to a beach house. Okay, so boy next door. Aw, for the first time in her life, she has friends, a social life, and feelings for Blake. Wait, this sounds so cute. Also, the way that a book is constructed means so much to me, like what the cover looks like, then how the text is set on the page. Like if it's too high up, that bothers me, but this one's like perfect. How large the text is or how small, so this one's perfect. And then even what the chapters look like look at the text for the chapters, that's so cute. And even the page numbers, you see that, are so cute. That just makes me want to read it, you know? So I'm very excited about this. I know I said no romance and there's like so much romance going on here, but it's all like young adult or not. I don't know, we'll see. We will see, but I am trying to read genres that don't have spice. So like young adult does not. Okay, speaking of actually like out of my comfort zone books, I got these for a video, I think, but there's this kind of section on Bookstagram that is very much like literary fiction and memoirs, stuff like that. So I wanted to read some of the most popular ones from that section. I kind of think maybe it's called the sad hot girl genre of books. That's what I think these are. So one of them is Slow Days, Fast Company, The World, the Flesh, and LA by Eve Babbitt. Eve Babbitt is pretty popular, I think, amongst this genre of book. And I honestly have no idea what to expect when it comes to these. I hear that it reads like someone is just gossiping to you over a glass of wine or something. And it's about her life in LA in the 60s and 70s. So it's gonna give you that very nostalgic vibe. And I guess just kind of like her crazy experiences in the socialite world. I can't really say that I'm excited to read this, but I am intrigued to see what this whole genre on Bookstagram is all about. So there's that one. Also, all the books in this like sad hot girl genre have the most aesthetic covers I've ever seen. Like these people's Bookstagrams are beautiful. And this is another one of them. Look how pretty these are. This is Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory by Raphael Bob Waksberg, who is the creator of BoJack Horseman. So these are a bunch of short stories about love, I think, and they're supposed to be like really dark humor, kind of like BoJack Horseman, which I've never seen, but yeah, short stories. Also something that I've never read before, so I am so excited to see what this is like. So it gives some examples of what the short stories are about. This one says, a pair of lonely commuters who ride the subway in silence forever, eternally failing to make that longed for contact. And then a struggling employee at a theme park of US presidents who discovers that love can't be genetically modified. They're just so weird. So weird short stories about love. Very intrigued about this as well. And then one more thing about love. I'm sure you've seen this one. Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. Again, the cover is so aesthetic. Her thoughts about love, I guess, familial, friendship, all these sorts of things. I'm so excited to read this because I'm very curious to see if I agree, you know? Like I don't know really anything about Dolly Alderton, so I don't know if I should be taking advice from her. You see what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see, like a lot of people like it, obviously. So I'm very curious to see if there's anything noteworthy in here. So yeah, those three, super out of my comfort zone. And then back into my comfort zone, I got The Start of Me and You by Emery Lord. This is a YA. I think it's also more so contemporary than just romance because this girl, Paige's boyfriend, died in a swimming accident a year ago, and she makes a plan to kind of like reintegrate herself into the high school experience. So she's going to date a boy, attend parties, join a club, travel, and swim. So it definitely seems more like contemporary, some deeper topics, but I bought this because I accidentally got The Map from Here to There by Emery Lord in a haul not too long ago. It's hardcover because I think it just came out, and then you guys told me that this is book 2 and this is book 1, and I had some impulses to pull this off the shelf and read it, and I was like, oh wait, this is book 2. Look how cute. We love YA. Then I got the cloth-bound version of Pride and Prejudice. I would love to start a collection of these cloth-bound, beautiful Barnes & Noble versions of books, but the reason I got this is because I've actually already read 200 pages out of 400, so half of Pride and Prejudice, but it was the Penguin Classic, and I swear the text is so small. My eyes were burning trying to read that book and like already trying to understand the run-on sentences. Like I feel like one sentence is a whole paragraph. And so with the tiny text, it was so difficult to read. So I was like, okay, if I get this one, maybe the text will be easier to read and I can actually finish the book. It's such a stupid excuse, but I think it's gonna work. So my goal is to finish a classic this month, okay? Help motivate me to read this. Maybe I should watch the movie first. And then this is also another carryover from last month's TBR, but that is Winter in Paradise by Elin Hilderbrand, because Elin Hilderbrand writes amazing summer books. And this one is also mostly mystery, so not just romance. So I want to read that. Plot twist I already did, but I'm just gonna act like I haven't. And then I bought Finlay Donovan, Knocks 'Em Dead, which, oh, this is by El Cosimano, and this is the sequel to Finlay Donovan is Killing It. I think this was the last book I read last year and I absolutely loved it. It's a mystery, but it's comical because it's like super outlandish, and it was just so fun to read. There's really no romance or anything. It's just a solid mystery book, and I am actually so excited to read about the characters again. Although I do wish the cover was cuter. Like, it's cute together, but just this one, I was like, dang, this is such a pretty cover. Anyways, I've just been so picky about covers lately. It's kind of stupid, but yeah, that's it. That's kind of a lot of books, but I still have a lot more on my TBR. Like, I kind of want to read the rest of the Legend trilogy. So random. Sometimes I think about reading the Crave series. Sometimes I think about reading The Masterpiece by Francine Rivers. Just like books that I stare at on my bookshelf all the time. So who knows what I will get into this month. But let me know any book recommendations that are not romance. If they are, make them YA. And I'm going to do one of those romance book recommendations with no spice videos so soon, because so many of you guys comment that, and I've been working on that for a very long time. Yeah, let me know what you're gonna read, and follow me on Instagram and on my main channel, and I will see you guys somewhere else on the internet. Bye.